Hi there, and welcome to One Degree Advisors, where we help families cut through the noise to make confident financial decisions. Anthony, especially with everything going on in the world right now, COVID-19, more people are staying home, which means, they're probably doing, home renovation projects. They're probably also realizing, holy cow, I've got a lot of clutter. And so people will often get worried about, what can I throw away? What do I need to keep? And there's like two camps of people. Some people just throw everything away and they really shouldn't. And then other people, they hoard stuff and there's just piles and piles of paperwork. And so,
Right.
it creates a little bit of a stress, but we're going to go through the info that you need to know to understand, what you need to keep, what you need to shred, and when to do that. And our goal is for you to have confidence in your finances, and feeling organized is a part of that.
Yeah. Having confidence, it can be led from organization. Janice Thompson here at One Degree wrote a great piece called Conquering the Clutter. And we'll hit some of the highlights here in the video, but we'll also attach the link to her article, which gives more detail. So number one, when we talk about what to get rid of, and this may not be immediately, but things like bank statements, once those are reconciled, you can go ahead and shred deposit slips. It can make sense to hold on to bank statements for maybe 3 years or so. That can be a good practice. Things like credit card bills, after those are paid, generally those are fine to be able to shred and throw out. Things like retirement and brokerage account statements, you can really shred those, the monthly and the quarterlies, as long as you have some sort of annual summary, and that may depend on the financial institution that you have the account on.
And I also know a lot of people too, especially like in the way that we manage accounts and the custodian we use. I mean, everything's stored online, and whether or not people like that, that's just the world that we live in today. And it's incredibly easy to just know, like, hey, I can log in. I have years worth of statements, archived and saved here. I don't need to save every single paper statement in my filing cabinet, and now it's overflowing.
Yeah, and if you want to be comfortable with that, what you can do is don't just rely on the financial institution's vault or wherever they have those documents, is create your own backup.
Yeah.
So then when it comes to, well, what should you actually keep? Well, things like tax returns are pretty important. The IRS can basically go back in auditing circumstances past 3 years. So you want to for sure make sure that you keep your tax returns past 3 years, and really up to 7 years to be safe. Mortgage statements, anything related to property should really be kept through the life of the property that you own. Plus another 10 years is generally good practice. Medical records, stuff to do with health insurance, keep those at least 5 years after any sort of like medical procedure, like a surgery. If you have claimed medical expenses on your tax return, then that would kind of go along with keeping them for 7 years.
Definitely. So those are things that, like, it's either you can shred, get rid of right away. Some things are, hey, keep them for a certain period of time, but then eventually they can get rid of. But there's also a group of documents that are critical, like do not shred, do not get rid of.
Right. So those are things like estate planning documents, trusts, wills, also social security cards, birth certificates, death certificates, marriage certificates. Those types of things should really be kept in perpetuity.
Now, of course, these are all things that we're going through, things that you can shred, hold on to for a certain period of time, and then never get rid of. But, that's one piece of it. But now we need a plan. Like, how do we actually tackle this? Because I know it's kind of like cleaning your house. Like, you need to have, especially when it's really dirty, you need to have a plan of attack to say, okay, I'm going to tackle this room first, then head into this area. We need the same concept or the same mindset when we're tackling, paperwork.
Yeah, some people might look forward to this sort of thing. I'm not one of those. So
Jill in our office she likes to clean.
Right, she does. So what I would do is sit down and just write out a plan. Like, here's what I want to accomplish, and put timelines to it. Is a good way to start. From there, as part of your plan, write down what you actually need to help you with it. So something like a simple scanner, if you don't have that at home, a paper shredder. This will help get you prepared so that you don't start the project and then realize you don't have what you need and end up delaying it. Do you have a file cabinet? Do you have the appropriate cloud space to electronically save documents, and/or a hard drive so that you can back things up?
Definitely.
And then lastly, just outline next steps. So like once you get done getting organized, then where do you want to go to actually progress with your finances? Like, what type of financial planning steps do you need to take so that it's not just about being organized, but now we can actually shoot towards our goals.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go back to the scanning piece, because I feel like this is really important, especially, again, we're gonna sidetrack here, but talking about our own clients, like, we ask our clients for documents, for tax returns, estate planning documents, things like that. And we scan these documents, we save them, we archive them, because I know in many cases, some people go, oh my gosh, like, I can't find my tax return, or where's my latest estate planning copy? And we have that, and that's incredibly useful for people. And it's a good little peace of mind that, hey, they're here to help me. They save this stuff. It's kind of a second layer backup, if you will, for a lot of people's documents. So, thank you. We hope you find this advice valuable and helpful, figuring out, how do we conquer the clutter? And again, Janice Thompson wrote a great piece on this, which we will link in the comments below. If you'd like to, again, figure out how do we get organized, how do I build my financial plan, and how do I tie my investments in this overall strategy, give us a call, visit our website. We'd love to talk with you.